Proper chloride levels in a tank are really important. Super important. Magical? Maybe. But they are really overlooked. What I'm going to explain is how to make up a chloride solution from table salt so that you don't need to stock HCl or hydrochloric acid. How to dose your tank with chloride when you start fresh, and what to look for if you have just enough, need to add more, or added too much. To start, you'll either need the packet that I sent to you with your Lustro Electro Super Bright order, or on a gram scale, measure out 8 grams or 8.25 grams, if your scale is that accurate, of sodium chloride, just regular table salt, and then you're going to top it up to 500 ml with distilled water. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the packet, add it to the beaker, and fill the beaker to the 500 ml line. You're going to take your stirring rod and stir. Now when it's fully dissolved, you're done. That's it. No more. Okay, now for the fun part. Okay, well maybe that was the fun part. And this is the work. With this formula, adding 1 ml per liter will increase your chloride content by 10 ppm per liter, or 10 parts per million. Next, find out how much your brightener requires for optimum performance. Most brighteners do require a certain chloride level for best performance. Lustro Electro works best at 60 to 80 ppm. Now in lower concentrations, you'll get some bumpiness and duller plating, so get in that 60 to 80 ppm range for best results. For a brand new batch with no chloride added, well that you know of, add 6 ml to each liter of water, and this will equal 60 ppm per liter. I find using a syringe is a very easy and accurate way to do this, so that's probably the way to go because you don't want to overdose it. A 1 liter tank will require 6 ml of this solution, and a 10 liter tank will require 60 ml. Easy squeezy, no complicated math. Now your tank is at 60 ppm. Why not just go for it and add the whole 70 to 80 ppm at one time? Well, because it's way easier to add more if you needed it than to take it out. What I would do is test plate and add more if necessary. Even if you make up your own solution, it is possible that there is some chloride in the sulfuric acid or the copper sulfate, or maybe even just your chloride solution is stronger than you expected it to be. Maybe you added a little too much salt. I had a batch of sulfuric acid once that had some chloride contamination in it, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on, where the chloride was coming from. And if I went for the full 80 ppm, I would have been in a world of hurt trying to get the chloride out of my tank. Okay, that's for a new tank that contains little or no chloride. But what if you think that an existing tank needs a top up? Slow and low is the way to go. If you are in doubt about your chloride levels in an existing tank and your plating is good, smooth, phosphorus copper anodes are nice and black, you probably don't need to add chloride. It ain't broke, don't fix. If your anodes are brown and sludgy, time to add chloride. In an existing tank, I would add 5 to 10 ppm per liter. Test plate for at least an hour, check and repeat until your plating improves and your anodes are nice and jet black. If your anodes are whitish and plating has stopped or slowed, you added too much chloride and your anodes are polarized. If it's just a little too much, you can clean the film off your anodes or switch them out hourly until they go back to black. But if you added way too much, you'll have to dilute your eForm solution in order to bring the chloride levels down and have your plating go back to normal. Here are some examples of different anodes. hope that this helped. I'll put written directions on my website. And if you're Brightener curious or just need electro jewelin supplies, please check out our shop in the link below. And remember, keep on plating and creating.